My question, I'll go back to the analogy you gave, that in the forest there are weeds, there are trees, there are flowering plants and everything. So the dharma is the rhythm to bind all of it and weave together, move together. That's the dharma. But then at the same time, you also hear that Krishna tells Arjuna that his dharma is to weed out the evil. So to weed out, to kill the evil, to destroy the evil. So in one part we are thinking we are all one in the consciousness that's speaking in one person in the consciousness that's reflecting through me. It's the same consciousness. Then in daily life it does not translate when you have these categorizations of good versus bad, evil versus, spiritual or whatever you want to call it. This dichotomy is difficult to negotiate with.
Yeah, I got it. See, dharma is that which is holding everything together. We cannot change that. It is the rhythm of the universe. I will go to your question. The Shabda dharma is derived from the dhatu dhr dharane, or from another dhatu dhrunya dharana poshanayoho. These two dhatus are there in the dhatu patha of Panini Maharshi. So when the suffix man is added to that, the Shabda dharma will be derived. Then the meaning is that which is holding everything together. And as we all are human beings, our first Purushartha is Dharma. We cannot say the order of Purushartha is Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Rather, I will say the order of Purushartha is Kama, Artha, Dharma, Moksha. See the difference? Because in all beings, the first Purushartha is Kama. That is, they want to eat, and if you get that stuff to eat, that wish to mate. Eating and mating. Eating and mating. That comes first. Then a little evolved means you want to have that wealth or that medium with which you can get stuff for eating and persons for mating. What is that? That is artha. That is money. Money is not currency. It is that power by which I can have stuff for my eating and things for mating. So, kama, artha. Now comes the third Purushartha, that is Dharma. That is, when I am having this, my fellow beings must also have. So if you give a crystal of sugar to an ant, it will eat and go. You pour a half handful of grains to a bird, she or he will eat and go. Instead of doing that, you pour a handful of sugar or jaggery or 2-3 handful of grains, food grains, then an ant or a bird will not eat. It will come, do a pradakshina, that will be in the clockwise direction. That is pradakshina, not apradakshina. Just observe, a pradakshina it will do and go away. After that half an hour you will see a procession coming and taking away all this to their store. So there we can see the Purushartha Dharma. When I am living here happily, my fellow beings also must have that. Now we come to the level of human beings. Up to the level of human being, in the evolution, most important part is organic evolution, but in the human beings it is not organic evolution but psychic and psychosocial evolutions. And therefore, for human beings, the first Purushartha is not Kama, it is Dharma. So what is the order? Dharma, Artha and Kama. Now, if we are leading our life as per this order, Dharma, Artha and Kama, how it is? Follow a righteous living, dharmic living, here, considering our fellow beings, considering the universe, considering the ecosystem, considering our plants and animals, have wealth, get as much money as we can, as much wealth as we can, be rich people, and limit our requirements or our needs to that level which will be supported by the artha you had from a dharmic life. If this order we are maintaining, definitely we will go to the fourth Purushartha. Such questions will come within. What is the reality? I am living in this world and what I experience around me are all transient things. All are coming and going. What is that eternal? What is give existence to all? What is that consciousness which is making everything conscious? From which all are deriving happiness? And above all, what is my goal in this life? How I can reach there? So all these questions will start coming, and then only we are going to the fourth Purushartha, that is moksha. Now we are coming to our question. So we must lead a life of dharma in this world. And it varies from person to person. It is different. And what makes the difference? There are two aspects. One, the stage in life. Stage in life means when you are studying. Always we can study. Even if we are 100 years age, we can study. That is another thing. But the age for study, particularly reserved for study, is up to an age of 25 or 30. That is the brahmacharya phase. Brahma means Veda. There are different meanings for Brahma. But here, when we speak about brahmacharya, the meaning of Brahma is Veda. So brahmacharya is that lifestyle for attaining wisdom and knowledge. That is brahmacharya. The second is grihastha, or second can be sannyasa. That is householder's life or the life of a sannyasi. Third is vanaprastha or it can be sannyasa. And the fourth is sannyasa. These are the stages in life. And there is another aspect, that is the guna structure. See, basically we are one. Everybody, there is no difference at all. We are one. Our very existence is one. But the way we are thinking, the way we are speaking, the way we are working, all differs. How? That is the difference in the guna structure we are having. And according to that guna structure, there are different types of human beings classified into 4 categories. They are Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. It is not something connected with the Hinduism, no. If you go to America or Australia or Africa or Arabia, India, wherever you go, whether somebody may be calling oneself as a Hindu, Muslim or Christian, Judah, whatever it is, you will find out Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra in all human beings. That is based on the guna structure we have, not based on our parents, no. It is based on the guna structure we have. Now, a Kshatriya category man, having the guna structure of a Kshatriya, his natural tendency will be derived from that guna structure. He cannot hide that. If he is hiding that, or if he is doing something different from that, he is betraying himself. He must live a life of a Kshatriya. Arjuna was a Kshatriya. The guna structure of Arjuna is that of Kshatriya. And therefore, he worked for the battle. He invited all warriors to that battle. Even Bhagavan was invited by Arjuna. When the time came to fight, despondency overtook him. The feeling of my kith and kin, my relatives, my friends, this came and overtook his decision. And he was in a state of utter delusion. And to him, Bhagavan pointed out, Arjuna, your present state of delusion is coming from ignorance. And so, the only way to recatch your own individuality and perform your own duties and responsibilities is by discarding that ignorance. That is the only way to get rid of your delusion. And so be a Kshatriya here. So the teaching Bhagavan gave there in the battlefield, let me underline that, battlefield was twofold. One, you have to kill the ego within you. How? By realizing the real nature of yourself. 2, perform your duty at the present time. at a given time. What is the duty? It is the duty of a warrior, a battleman. So he asked to kill. Arjuna was asked to kill his own ego, ignorance, and at the same time, in the battlefield, the enemy. So there is no contradiction in that. It go on changing. Arjuna was taught to do that, but in our case, we have to convert that. We have to take the implied meaning. So what will be that? Do your duty. Be faithful to yourself. Don't allow any emotions to overtake your individuality. And follow a life of dharma. When the concept of dharma itself when the concept of dharma itself become irrelevant, let it go. Till then you have to follow dharma, the path of dharma. In this way we have to learn Bhagavad Gita. Okay?